We are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Let me
Hello.
check and make sure this is muted because when it goes live, I'm not. Yeah, okay. It's not gonna give me a heart attack.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Welcome back to my channel for the regular Friday live stream write-in chat thing that we do here. That is just kind of a hybrid of all of the things that happen on AuthorTube and some other stupider shit. So yeah. You all right there, Dana?
Shit. Yeah, I'm trying to plug my charger, and it's like, I think my arm shrank in the last hour.
Ugh, I hate it when that happens.
I got
That's
it.
true.
You know, I think what I need to do is that trick where they have like, what is it on TikTok where you like put your hand on the wall and then I don't know.
have no idea.
My daughter showed it to me once. I just need to do it in reverse to lengthen.
Lengthen your arm.
Fine. Here, I'm petting you. Calm down.
So why don't we go ahead and do our quick introductions before we get rolling here? I'm going to go the same way I always do, and we're going to start with Amber.
Sorry, my cat's being needy. Hi, guys. I'm Amber Craft. I write paranormal romance and try to sleep when I can. Oh, no, that's me.
I know. I'm like, no, I'm doing the alphabet in my head to see who gets to go next.
CJ.
Oh, that's right. A, B, C. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was reading the comments and can't do two things at once. I'm CJ Blair, and I write YA fantasy fiction.
All right. And Dana?
I'm Dana Golland, and I write adult fantasy romance.
All right. And I am Sarah Scheimelberg, and this is my channel. And you probably know me because this is my channel. And this is where I talk about stupid shit and do stupid shit. So if you haven't seen the other stupid shit I do, go down below, like, subscribe, and then go and find the stupid shit. Like the makeup video I did this week that was especially stupid.
No, I really liked it.
I
It was stupid though.
Yeah. In fact, if you put it on eBay, I will be there until the auction is over, just placing higher bids.
It's right here in the shot glass. Right next to me.
Until it is so astronomically ridiculous, and then I'll pull back and let someone else have it. No. I will do that for you. No, but I thought it looked really nice on you. I really did.
Thank you.
It turned out really well.
I like it. It's fun. And it was something fun to do. I was bored one night, so. And I actually was just going to do it, and CJ told me I had to film it, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's her fault.
It's my fault.
Don't at me, at
I
her.
will take the blame for that because it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Don't at me, at her.
I agree. And I hope that YouTuber that you were talking about at least comments on it, because I thought that it was.
Oh, God. She has 6.7 million subscribers.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, she'll never see it.
Well.
And that's fine. Like, I never thought she would.
If she does, you've got to let us know, because I think you did a great job and she is funny as shit. So.
Thank you. I think she's very funny too.
Yeah. I love the one where she's doing like the period bathing suit thing. And I was like, I thought you weren't supposed to swim when that thing was going on. But now you can, even in the ocean. No.
I mean, if you're going to get away with it, the ocean's the place to go.
Right? Yeah. If you really want to see a killer anything that close, absolutely. No.
The stuff you really have to be worried about isn't actually attracted to anything, because it's like jellyfish and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like my daughter, she was telling me, so every summer she gets to go to the beach. And I, for a short period of time, lived in New York, and we would go down to New Jersey a couple times a year to Atlantic City, and we would go to the beach. And the first time we did that, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. They have like these signs all over the place saying, caution, watch out for floating debris. And being the smartass that I am, I asked the lifeguard, I'm like, what kind of floating debris do you have to have like big signs? And he's like, the human kind, which I thought he was joking. Turns out he is not. They got a lot of floaters in that water. So after that, I was like, we do not go into the Atlantic Ocean. I don't care if I have to get on a boat to go to whatever foreign country. We are not getting in the Atlantic Ocean. So fast forward like 10, 12 years, my daughter is like, oh, Mom, we went down to Cape Cod and we were in the water and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, are you sure it's safe? And she's like, oh, yeah, I learned it's a myth that women who swim while they're on their period attract sharks. And I was like, I'm not worried about sharks. I'm worried about dead bodies. Okay. So, yeah. So now every now and again, my daughter comes up with some new fact that she can debunk. And I feel old. I'm like, good. Thanks for making me feel like a dinosaur. But I'm still a firm believer that putting bananas in a refrigerator will get you pregnant.
What?
Oh, yeah. My grandma, she was like, don't put bananas in a refrigerator. You'll get pregnant. And I was like, really? So, like, all my life.
I've never heard that. That's amazing.
That is the most.
Me either.
That is the best thing ever.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that must not be true because we've done that my entire life to keep them better longer.
If you put a banana in the refrigerator, your chances of getting pregnant are pretty high unless you are preventing it.
Like, I don't even know what correlation that could possibly be. Is it just because it's dick shaped? Is that the whole correlation?
Yeah. So it wasn't. But of course, my grandma, when she's teaching me about the birds and the bees as a little girl, she's not going to tell me, you stick a dick in it, a baby comes out.
Right.
She's like, I'm going to scare you and tell you that if you put your bananas in the refrigerator, you'll get pregnant. And to this day, I can't do it. And I've heard that it's a faster way to get them to ripen so that you can make banana bread. Mm-hmm. And I just can't do it. I'm like,
you can also put them in the oven on like 200.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try that because I usually put them in a brown paper bag and stick them on top of the refrigerator.
That does work too. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those, like, I don't know where she learned it or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's one of those funny things that until the end of time, I am going to remember.
Yeah.
Scare the shit out of my daughter.
Many people if you possibly can.
Yes.
Because that is gold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I should copyright it. It's mine. No.
No buns. Oh.
I know. I should channel her and be like, Grandma, if I put bananas in the refrigerator, will I get banana bread?
It just goes goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you, but not these silly questions.
I know.
Not worth my time.
I know.
Oh,
especially if it is my grandma on the other side of that, she'd be like, nope, we're not doing this.
Shouldn't have time for your nonsense.
I know. You're old enough to know by now, dumbass. No. So.
Not necessarily. I've known people who
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that especially if it's someone that you respect, like for this example, I know that putting bananas in the refrigerator aren't going to get me pregnant.
Right.
However, it's almost like one of those. It's almost like the quilt that grandma makes you. You're not going to give it up. You're not going to give it up just because you know that it's not real. You're going to get, even if the mice have chewed holes into every single part of it, you can hold on to it. you know?
Keep it forever.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. And so when you come across people who've had that kind of love passed down, they hold on to the weirdest stuff. They really do.
Yeah.
That's the truth. All right. So we should, before it hits 7:30, consider when is the first time we're going to write.
Yeah,
When
that's a
are we
good
gonna
call.
write?
What do you guys want to do?
We wanted to go at 20. That'll give us another 7 minutes to talk shit.
I'm sick,
Mhm.
but yes.
Okay. I'm good with that. I'm actually going to be outlining because I have to do an outline for the video that I'm making on how not to outline.
That's awesome. I don't outline anything. I hate it. They're the antithesis of my being.
You know, and I started so I'm with the website that I'm building with the help of this friend that I have talked about in the past. I'm doing a blog and she's like, okay, well, you need to do 3 blogs that we can put on it before it goes live. And so I was like, okay, well, cool. So I was like, well, I now have this affiliate link. How can I put them all together? So I started thinking about it. And one of my favorite books it's called On Writing by Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Stephen King is famous worldwide for not outlining, you know? And so in the beginning, I started it as, you know, one of the most world famous people don't outline, and he's amazing at it. However, I'm not, you know, like this first novel that I wrote, I didn't outline anything. And the bigger it got, the more I was like, well, where's it going? And so now I've decided that I'm not an outliner as far as like the plot is concerned and all the details and stuff, but I do need like kind of a visual roadmap. So I have like a skeleton outline, and then I let the plot just naturally develop. So what do they call that? It's like a plotzer.
I hate the word pantser, but
I know.
oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to elbow you.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
you did.
I did not.
You did it on purpose.
So in the
I was
blog,
trying to move the basket because it's not in the right spot, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it alone.
he looks really comfy. You should probably just leave him there.
She is really comfy.
Yeah. So yeah,
Lava fur.
she's really pretty too.
That's because she's
Thank
dumb.
you. She's real dumb.
Okay.
Like real
She
dumb.
has to be pretty to balance
I
it
got
out.
a human that just came in.
Yes.
Would you take this cup and dump it out and rinse it out so I can make something hot and warm?
Or what do we do with the little lasagna? Is that one supposed to be a hot one?
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Elijah are going to eat that one?
Well, ask Dad if he wants some of it.
Said no, me and Elijah can half and half that one.
Okay, that's fine. But it's got like 3 different meats in it, so.
The other one has 3 different meats, right?
No, this one's got pepperoni and sausage and something else.
Okay.
Just ask him if he wants to try a little piece and bring me back my cup.
Okay.
Sorry,
Things
guys.
happen. That's all right. People are people. But yeah, by the time I read On Writing, I already had like a writing style. And so the thing that attracted me to it the most was that I was like, someone else gets the way I write. Someone else understands it. And that was the first time I'd ever met anyone who wasn't like, yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen through the whole story before I start writing. And I'm like, oh, am I wrong?
Right.
Like, should I not be doing this?
Right.
I honestly only know the end. That's honestly the people and the end are all I have, and then I just write to the end.
Yeah, usually I have one image.
Yeah, I was gonna say my novel started with a dream, and so the shorter stories that I had written as a younger person, I didn't technically count as actual writing because they were just more like children's stories that I would tell my kids. That doesn't mean they're any good. It just means my kids enjoyed them. But but this one was like when I was suffering through a really dark part of my life, and I had this dream, and it inspired me. It was like, okay, I have suffered this devastating loss, and now it was almost like a ray of light was shown to me, and that's how I started this. But I didn't know how it was going to end. I didn't know in what direction it was going to go into.
Yeah.
I just started writing, and I could not figure out how an outline would help me take an image that I had and make it into, and now it's a monster. It's way too big.
Yeah, see, and I tend to be, if anything, I'm an underwriter. CJ frequently leaves me notes that are like, I know you like to be concise, but so
But there need to be more words than that.
Yeah.
So like that's not, I don't usually end up with something that's so long I can't do anything with it, but I still tend to cut about 10% when I edit.
Yeah.
That tends to be about what I end up cutting.
Yeah.
And most of that's just superfluous and repetitive.
Right.
More than it is bad or anything. It's just like, yeah, well, you've said that 7 times, so I think they get the fucking picture.
Right.
Yeah, but what if the smell of his skin keeps changing?
Right?
He smells like cinnamon candy the first time, and the next time you meet him, he smells like apricots or peaches.
That's right. All right, it is time. We lost to CJ, like entirely.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't happen usually.
No, it doesn't. And right when we're gonna work.
Yeah.
Usually it's me that gets
I mean, I
lost.
got the app, but do you want to give her a second?
Yeah, there she is. She's coming back, and then you guys can
There
do
we
your
go.
countdown or whatever. Are you ready, butthole?
Instead of hitting the unmute button,
Can't hear you.
How
No
about now?
good. Can't hear you. No
There
good.
you go.
Can't hear you.
I thought she said she hit the unmute button and hung up.
All right. Can you hear me now?
You're a little
Yes.
better.
Sorry. I went to hit the unmute button. And,
You hit disconnect instead.
well, actually, I hit one of the links in my bookmarks bar. So,
Oh, great. That's nice.
all right. 7:21.
All right, we're gonna call
Zoe?
you not Guild Cup for this one.
Count her
Oh, I
down.
appreciate that.
I appreciate it too.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Don't wanna. Excuse me.
Listen. God, I can't type tonight.
I just realized that I blessed you on a muted microphone.
Well, thank you anyway.
You're welcome. It's one of those nights.
It's one of those weeks.
I feel you.
Maybe they were cooking in that apartment.
I'll let you go. All right, love you. Bye. See you at your birthday party tomorrow.
Did you get it?
Nope, it's not in there. Okay. I love. keys in the car, but I got him.
All right, that's our time.
Woohoo!
I feel like it gets shorter and shorter every time.
That 15 minutes goes down.
That's a trick we're playing on you.
It's a mind game, I know. Maybe it's
How'd
just,
everybody do? 285 from Jazz. And then 387 on a blog post. So she wrote 672.
well, I used 4 pieces of paper to write 2 lines. I think that's a new record.
I typed up 3 pages, whatever amount of words that is. I don't even know.
Like 3 Word doc pages?
Like 3 of my old novel pages.
Right on. Are you rewriting it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm having to retype the whole thing, and then I'll go back and edit it.
could you scan it and then edit it that way, or would that not work?
Probably, but I'm not that smart.
Oh,
There are ways to do it, but it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Well,
And honestly, the trouble of taking it apart and putting it into a scanner and then having someone do that would probably not be worth it.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's already torn to hell and back. It's torn apart, which actually makes it a little bit easier to control. But no, I'm doing the retyping on Unknown Revenge because that's God knows how many computers ago. That's at least 10 years ago. Actually, that's 14 years ago. So I'm retyping and cutting and pasting and making it more part of the series so I can re-release it later. Because I started writing Unknown Happiness and realized that I couldn't go any further with it because the main character in that backstory is a sister in Unknown Revenge. And it's been so long, I can't just reread it and remember. And this was before I had my whole character sheets out to know any of my descriptions. Like, I just found out I wrote about them living in North Carolina, and I don't even remember any of that. I think I honestly had no idea where they lived till I reread that just now. So
Do you
I'm
have
relearning my book.
like a connection to North Carolina?
I think at the time that's where we were going to live.
Oh,
But yeah, I used to go to North Carolina and Tennessee every summer, either with my family or with my church group. So I just love it there.
right on.
But I didn't remember that I had wrote them being there, and then so in Unknown Family, that's actually where they go in part of the book to get away from Tennessee. And I didn't remember that at all. Like,
I've never been to Tennessee. I have a cousin that works for a radio station in Nashville, and I've got 2 cousins that live so close to the Kentucky border they could spit at it.
okay. See, I lived in Knoxville, which is like an hour west of Nashville.
Right on. And I've got a sister-in-law that lives in Kentucky somewhere where the trees are absolutely beautiful. However, my heart has not taken me there yet.
I love Tennessee and North Carolina. They both have all 4 seasons, and you go in the fall and just watch the trees, and they're all colors and variations of colors that you wouldn't normally think colors have. And just I've got amazing like books on books on books of photo journals or whatever, of photo albums of pictures we took as kids. And I used to Whitewater Rapids, the Nantahala River, and it was amazing.
Right
That's
on.
where my heart is, but I love anything mountains.
I'm all, well, I've got some pretty big mountains. I know what a real mountain looks like, not a Appalachian hill.
Well, I'll see what the Rockies look like later this year, hopefully. So go coast to coast.
That is Yeah, you stand at the foot of the mountain and you just look up and you're like,
Yep.
I enjoy the Rockies. I think they're rugged and beautiful, and they're
I'm excited to see that.
they're lovely.
I have a picture. I have a picture right here. Here it is. Where is it? Come on, I know I have it. Of me sitting on, I just went through some stuff. Okay, I'll have to find it. But it's me and I'm sitting on this rock and it's just hanging out on the side of a cliff and I'm like right here. And on the other side of the canyon is just this mountain range and we climb it every year and it's like, I don't know, it's the most incredible thing. And when you stand at the road looking up at it, it looks like, no big deal. And then you put your feet on the mountain and you're like, big deal, very big deal.
I made a mistake.
I know.
Are we
yeah,
going to go
when
back to writing at 45?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
When-
I'm sorry, buddy.
When I tripped, there were vines and it reached up and grabbed my boot and pulled my foot out from underneath me and I smashed my face on a boulder. Yeah.
Ouch.
That was the moment I said, I think I've made a very big mistake.
Yeah.
I made a bad choice.
I know. My calculations are incorrect.
So, not that it's mountains, but a friend of my mom's that works with her took these pictures. And if anyone knows how to tell me how to put them on so I can make them my book cover, they are absolutely gorgeous.
You could
That
scan
is,
them.
yeah, I want to scan them in and I want to try to play with them in Photoshop.
Where were those pictures taken?
They're just right outside where they work, and there's a tree on one side of the building, and that was our sunset about a week ago. And it's just because that's what I want. I want like this dead tree with like a burning sunset behind it, and oh, they're gorgeous, dude. And it's so cool because you can turn them upside down, and they look like an entirely different like landscape. It's really cool. But yeah, she's like, she can have them as long as she mentions me in the book, you know, dedicates it to me or something.
Oh, no.
Just
But-
make sure you what do you call that? Not tag her, but
Oh yeah, I'll definitely give her the
give her credit.
credit she deserves in the front cover.
Yeah, give her credit for the cover art.
Yeah.
All right, we got 1 minute.
All right. And I clipped my cat's toenails.
Oh, nice.
No, he can't stab me. Thanks, Alexa.
Look, he's like so calm and
Oh, he's 16 years old and has kidney disease, Simon.
oh. So he's like, yes, please cut my nails.
Yeah. Yeah, I just started cutting his nail, but he is the most codependent animal I have ever known in my life.
And whose fault is that? Let's be very
It's
clear.
entirely my own fault.
Yeah.
Do not teach your cat to come to bed with you at night and carry him everywhere and let him sit in the hood of your hat and let him sleep in an ashtray next to your fucking desk. Don't do that.
Yeah. I've got a Tala. When we're done with this writing session, I will tell you about my codependent Tala that has not let anybody sleep for 3 days.
Oh, no.
I saw the picture in the bed.
I know.
All right, it's 45.
All right.
Beep, beep, go!
1, 2, 3.
Faster. Go faster. You guys aren't going fast enough.
What did you say?
Don't ask.
Okay. I have to go look for Girl Scout cookie money. I'll be right back. You are clearly not okay. What's going on?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, my formatting is all wonky and now I can't figure out how to get out of it.
Well, I would help you if I could, but I am.
No, it's all good. I will figure it out in a second here. I hit undo too many times and it shit its pants.
It's like, why are you doing this to me?
All right. Break time.
All right. Oh, I didn't get much done. I'm having a really hard time focusing at all. So I don't know if that's that I'm sleepy. I don't know if it's like that I'm bipolar and that's the thing that happens. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I apparently
I
can't
got-
type tonight, so all I got to page.
I got 2 pages edited. Well, probably more like a page and a half. But I'm on page 4 of 6. So if I can get all 6 pages edited tonight, I'll be happy.
Right on. I actually finished page 1.
Oh.
I know. Hey, that's a big step, seeing how I had a lot planned for today. And I got nothing done. Well, I got a lot of stuff done, just not writerly stuff.
Yeah, there's always
telling me.
plans. I always plan to write stuff too, and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
And then I play Sims and I write their story in my head.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then I accidentally watch Sims porn and it's a whole thing.
Right? I know. I got to get in on this Sims porn. I might learn a few things, for my next book. No, but then these people in my house demanded that I go get food, and I was like, why am I the gatherer? Is it because I'm a girl?
What food did you have to go get?
Like milk and
Like to the grocery store?
and yeah.
Like a general grocery store trip?
Yeah. Yeah. The kind where they sell good, healthy, nutritious food, and I got all the frozen shit I could fit in a basket. Yep, that's
Right?
the one.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so I was just telling Aphrodite that I do climb the Rockies on a regular basis. I also hunt the Rockies, which is definitely no easy task. But when I refer to going home, I refer to going back to Maryland, which is where my dad and his family and all of his extended family are, because that's where my heart is. So, and up until 2 years ago, my dad and I had a ritual hike where we would go up to this place called Lover's Leap, and we would look out over this valley that they live in, and it was really cool. And so it was really sad the first time that we couldn't do that because he wasn't physically able to. But he told me today I need to start doing that with my kids, and I'm like, maybe not. It's a cliff, and the idea of them being up there, and my one kid's kind of clumsy, and if she were to go off of it, I'd regret it. Can't replace her. It's one of those things.
It's really unfortunate that you can't replace children with another one. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could probably buy another one, but I can't physically replace her anymore. So,
Not yet.
and if you buy another one, it's not going to be quite as good as her. I mean,
yeah, it would probably be more humble, a little bit more,
Oh, but you don't know
happy.
that.
That's
You don't
true.
know that. I mean, you could get a worse model.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
There's
true.
no guarantee.
I know.
I feel like multiplicity where each one's just a little dumber and
Well, I was like, any other child would be so thankful for the things that you have. And she just looks at me like I'm speaking Japanese or something. I'm like, okay,
How old is she?
13.
Oh,
Lucky if she makes
no,
it.
it's just, she's 13.
I know.
I was hideous at 13. Hideous.
See, and I asked my
I'm
mom
an idiot now.
all the time. I was like, what did I do that was so bad? And my mom is like, nothing. And maybe that's what the problem was that I was a polite child, and maybe I should have been more of an asshole. And then that way, when I had my own kids, they would be the polite children. It backfired on me, you know, because my mom would say, one of these days you're going to have a daughter just like you. And I was like, well, great. And now I'm like, what the hell happened here? I honestly think that my sister and I, because we were pregnant at the same time, maybe our children got mixed up in the womb, you know, as they were coming down the celestial highway, you know, they were like, oh, there's my exit, and they bumped into each other and
Knocked each other off.
Because they were going almost the same direction, but not quite.
yeah.
It totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Going down the same family limb and just hit each other and bounce the wrong way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my daughter is wicked smart. So she gets away with all kinds of shit because I'm like, okay, I don't want to, you know, upset her too much. She might not be as smart in the morning if I send her to bed upset. But no, one of these days she's going to run the whole world.
Oh, it's funny because my mom always said that too. And like my daughter will do something like gymnastics that I did. And she goes, she's only doing it because you did it. Just wait. Was that okay? But like, okay, so shouldn't she be quitting now? Because that's about the time I moved and we didn't have money for me to keep doing it. So she was like, no, we have to move somewhere where I'm going to gym the first week. There'll be no 2-year gap again.
Hey, she knows what she wants.
Yeah, we found a gym right where we want to move that actually has had 2 gymnasts go to the Junior Olympics. So like she's got her heart set on going to that gym now.
All right, we're getting yelled at, so we should probably do this again.
Yeah, I think I only have one more in me, you guys. I'm really like, I'm having a really hard time tonight.
I'd be okay with doing one more and then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm getting sick or what's going on, but I'm just like, out there.
It's the
and I
weather.
don't know what the deal. Like,
Blame
I
it on
didn't
the
read
weather.
the chat for the first 20 minutes we were streaming.
Yeah.
Well, your lights are flickering. Do you have like sensitivity to lights, like flickering lights or anything?
I used to, but it's been a long time since I've been like a strobe light because I'm 37 years old. What the fuck am I going around for a strobe light for? But yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. It might just be me kicking it. That might be more what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah, because I know if I'm around like flittery lights or whatever, then I start getting migraines, and my first symptom of migraine is I can't focus.
Oh, see, I go blind in one eye.
Well,
so usually I'm pretty aware that it's coming.
Yeah, that's further into the wanting to die.
Yeah, see, that's usually my first symptom is this guy just goes bye-bye. And it's almost always my right eye. I've had it happen to my left eye once, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, if you ever hear me just go, uh-oh, I'm blind, that means I have to go take something now.
Yeah.
It might work if I take it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the window's like 6 minutes or something.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know if I start to feel the first symptoms and I don't act on them right away, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep,
just
it's over.
put a bullet in me. I'm good.
I am so grateful I do not get migraines. Like,
oh yes, be very
I
grateful.
get sinus headaches
I was gonna say you get
on
really bad
occasion.
Yeah.
But they're all basically the same. And all it means is I need to go take some ibuprofen and lay down for a little bit. And in like 2 or 3 hours, I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay.
See, and mine's like,
we've got like 1 minute left, guys.
I get them so weird. Like if I get startled awake, I'll instantly have one, or like sensitivity to light. Like I'm the same way with flashing lights, or if they have these new LED lights at work and they're so bright and they're a different type of light than just your regular fluorescent. So they cause migraines and stuff. And I have at least one a week. And sometimes they just leave me in bed for a day.
Okay. It's 8:10. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. I move you? Is that okay? Just over here instead of on my lap. I know. Just right there. We just put you right there. There you go. Okay.
I still love that fat kitty.
I know. She really wants to. Was gone all day today, and so she feels neglected.
Yeah. That's my Tala story.
Do you need to get down?
So Tala has I have always slept with her and taken her everywhere with me. And usually she doesn't care. But the last 3 days, if I leave and she can't hear my heartbeat, she howls. And yeah. And I wouldn't really care if she slept in bed with me because I'm used to having children sleeping in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband is like, no freaking way. And so she's been keeping my children awake by crying and howling. And so they've been sleeping with their doors open. And this morning I woke up and my 19-year-old had his face very close to the proximity of a giant Malamute butt. It's dangerous. It's dangerous territory. But she looked at me like I was the most evil person in the world. So she came out to have coffee with me, and as soon as I closed my office door, she was like, "Mom." Oh, it was pathetic. So I took her for a ride to go pick the kids up from school. Because she's pathetic. my computer's doing something really weird, and it's kind of scaring me. Is this you?
It's me.
Oh, okay. It's speaking another language.
It's not me.
Oh, really?
No, I have no idea.
It's talking about position, margin, borders.
Is there a small X in the right-hand corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, just hit that. You just opened the actual code.
Oh. I'm like,
Yeah, no problem.
the possession of Dana's laptop has begun.
All right.
Well, I started on the second page of my, these are like props for my video so that I can show them what the hell it is I'm talking about so I don't sound like a maniac. I really am. But
I like how that's the threshold you're trying to reach. I don't want to sound like a maniac.
yeah. Well, because I mean, anyone who has seen me in real life knows that I really am. I like this conversation going on over here about the cloning, and I agree. We could totally clone Sarah because we do need some more awesome in the world.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I will come back and haunt with a vengeance anybody who clones me or tries to put my brain into something other than my body. Yeah. I will. I'm friends with necromancers. Don't mess with my dead corpse, okay?
If I could be a necromancer, I would fucking do that.
Oh,
in a heartbeat.
Dude, you want to hear a funny story? It starts off kind of sad, but it gets funny, okay? So I like, the more I'm starting to talk to more writers and stuff, I'm really starting to think that I've got like some kind of huge heart on for Stephen King, okay? Because he's like in every single story I tell. But my son had a cat that we got in West Virginia, okay? And we drove her across country when we moved to Arizona.
Was the cat a redneck?
Oh, yeah. This was a total hill.
Just a thought. I've only been in West Virginia once, and it was the most terrifying backwoods thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Oh, no. This was like Ridgely, Kaiser area. So it's,
okay.
Yeah, it's not deep woods, West Virginia. But that cat could catch mice like it was nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
So the cat met a dog, and the dog won. And so my mom called me and she was like, hey, you need to come and get your cat. She passed away. And I'm like, oh, shit. Now I have to tell the kid, right? So we go and we get the cat, and the cat is stiff, and we bring it home and we perform the ceremony of burying the cat, putting the rose bush, calling it a good day. Well, the very next morning, there's a cat in the front yard, just laying there in the front yard, and it looks exactly like the cat that's under the rose bush. And my husband approached it very cautiously because he thought maybe a dog had dug up the cat and everything, and the cat gets up and runs away, and he comes to get me, and he's like, Dana, the cat is back. The cat is back. And so I was like, no, it's not. And I took pictures of the cat, and my sister sees the pictures of the cat and immediately is like, Pet Cemetery. You know? So my niece is like, what does that mean? And my sister jokingly says, oh, Dana brought the cat back from the dead. Yeah. So my niece, being very, very, very manipulated, she says to me, she says, Dana, is it true that you can bring things back from the dead? And I was like, no, that is beyond my pay grade. I cannot do this. And I was like, who would give you the idea that I could actually bring the cat back from the dead? And my other sister says, oh, Mom told her you were a necromancer. It's like, oh God. I mean, this went full tilt.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I never did dig up the other cat, but like I've put pictures of them side by side, and it is uncanny the similarities. Yeah. I mean, it is just amazing the similarities between the two of them.
Wow. So I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I might have to go turn another light on. But we installed a new piece of decor in my house. And so, yeah. You want to hit the light, Travis? He's going to hit the light for us so you can see.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yeah,
is
he's
totally
amazing.
cool. That's what you were driving around with.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been in the office for a long time. Travis did a play.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the costumes for the play. And the guy who actually owned it told him we could keep it, so he brought it home and we hung it.
Oh, that
I
is
love it.
totally awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Travis. He was also being like a grip or something over there.
That's
Oh.
something to like forget there and wake up in the middle of the night and scare the shit out of you.
You know, it's weird, but you don't forget there's a monster in your dining room as much as you might think you would. I was concerned about that too, but no.
Well, I mean, eventually no, but I figure the first night you wake up and you're like, oh shit. Oh yeah, I forgot to put you there.
You'll have somebody come spend the night at your house and they'll forget.
Well, she's in this stream, so there you go.
That'll be me.
She's like the only person who stays at my house.
Yep. When I come up in April, if I spend the night, if we don't go camping, I'll wake up in the middle of the night.
God.
I have to go pee or something, and
And you'll just pee in my dining room.
I'll just pee in your dining room. That'll just be it.
The litter boxes are right there, so if you can make it over there, you're good. And you can't pee more than Mr. Crowley.
I don't know that I'll be in that frame of mind. I don't like if that thing's gonna make me pee myself with fright. I am not gonna be in the correct frame of mind to be like, oh, let me go stand over the litter boxes. No.
You know, though, that would be perfect for like Halloween. Do you have like a front porch?
No, we don't.
Oh,
We don't even
okay.
have a light, so we can't have a Halloween.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
turn
there's
it
no outside
around
lights on our house.
Just turn it around and have the blinds open where you can see the eye out the window.
I mean, it's an actual costume,
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say
like you can wear it.
scare the shit out of the kids when they come to get their
You
fruit.
could wear it in the office.
Travis wore it out of the office.
Right on.
I was just thinking as the trick or treaters come to your door, yeah, just open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Funny as hell.
It's a good time. Our upstairs neighbors are way, way creepier than we are. So if somebody was going to creep people out on Halloween, it'd be them.
Well, all they have to do is like walk across the floor, and that's scary
You know,
enough.
like last summer, Travis had to tell them it's smelling like a serial killer in the garage. You guys are going to have to do something about it.
Oh.
Because they had so many things rotting in our garage.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
gosh.
Because they do like bone art.
Oh.
They do
So
what?
like the things have to rot, but like we were like, no, they can't be in the garage anymore. They're killing us.
Oh my. So wait a minute. What do they do?
They do like art with bones.
Oh.
Yeah, she's-
okay.
He does a lot of like music and recording and stuff like as a general job thing.
Right.
But she does art, and then she's really into like suspending and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
You know, we do skulls, and so what we do to get the meat off of the skulls is we boil them in salt water, and so it doesn't bleach the actual skull itself, so you don't use any of that. But you don't have rotting corpses all
Yeah,
in your
see, and
garage.
they did end up doing that at one point, but it was just less efficient. What
Yeah.
she wants to do is to do bone cages.
Yeah, those beetles are freaking awesome.
Yeah, so like
Like,
that's what she'd like to do, but there's no place for her to do it easily.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we know a taxidermist, and he's got those beetles, and I mean, it's nowhere near as like fast as they show you in like the movies and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
just the fact that they can, and you need a lot of them if you're going to be doing large mammals. But
Right,
yeah,
I think they have a horse. I think that's the biggest one they have.
yeah, that's a whole lot of a lot of work and a lot of stink.
Yeah.
A lot of boiling.
Yeah, I think what was rotting in the garage was actually a snake.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, those are the worst, especially like rattlesnakes. I don't know what it is. They've got like a stinky stink right after the zebra pattern, right before you get to the tails. It's just like
It's probably some sort of gland.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like because when we go rattlesnake hunting, we make like jewelry out of the rattles, and it's just so freaking.
How do you hunt a
gross.
rattlesnake?
With a stick? No, seriously, my husband and my boys, they take like actual like agave sticks and stuff. Are not. I don't think they are. I don't know. Maybe they're the yuccas. Anyway, it's a plant found out in the desert, and they take these sticks off of them. They have these really pretty like blooms on them, and so once those blooms fall off, you can use these sticks, and so they'll pin the head of the snake down, and then they just pull it off. And it sounds really bad and gruesome, but it's so fast and it's immediate. It's no suffering. Whereas if you shoot them, a lot of people will use like a 12 gauge.
How about you shoot a snake?
Well, that's the problem. And so first of all, you have like bird shot, and you're pointing that bird shot down to the ground, and you shoot the snake, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit it in its midsection, which means it's going to suffer. And so we don't shoot them. We don't shoot them. There's too much. There's the risk of injuring and not killing is far too high. And I've got a very strict policy that if you're going to kill it, it's got to be quick and as painless as possible. I'm totally not down. And some cultures believe that if the animal suffers, you can actually taste that fear in it. And I, I don't want to taste somebody's fear. I mean, I'm scared of enough shit. I don't need to taste their shit too. But so we found this method, and it works for us. And so
is there a season for hunting rattlesnakes? Like deer season is a thing, or quail season, or whatever. Turkey season.
They won't come out of their dens until it's reached at least 6 or 70 degrees for a consistency of like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So between that moment and hibernation is open season. But in the state of Arizona, I believe each hunter can only get 12 snakes. I might be wrong, but I think
there's like a limit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah. There is a limit. I don't know why there's a limit. I mean,
I was trying to think. Yeah, my mom killed snakes all the time when we had our chicken houses, and she shot them and stuff, smack in the head. And I think because they were on our property, we didn't have to have a.
Well, and there is a difference between killing something because it is,
threatening your property,
or threatening, your house or anything like that, and killing something for sport. Those are two different things.
Yeah, like if a deer tried to crash through our front window, we could kill it, and I wouldn't have to have a license.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, I'd have to have a gun license, but like,
here,
because so Des Moines, there is a game preserve in the middle of Des Moines, like in the middle of the city,
right?
And so it's actually like half a mile that way.
Yeah.
So theoretically,
right,
we could have a deer come through our front window.
Right.
So there are some protections put in place to prevent that.
Yeah. And then a lot of times, especially like depending on the area that you are living in, they can have like really weird.
Yeah.
Like for us, for example, if you hit a deer in Arizona, you're supposed to like stop, call the sheriff, they'll come out, they'll say, okay, yep, you hit it with your vehicle. What do you want to do with it? And you can actually get like a permit to harvest that animal after you run it over with your truck.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is nice because, I mean, it's very rare that you will see like a dead animal on the side of the road. Like that's something you don't hardly ever see.
Yeah.
And
Hi, sweetie pumpkin.
yeah, whereas in like Pennsylvania, the deer there are like suicidal or something because
Here too.
yeah, I mean they're like running into cars but
I saw a deer get exploded on the turnpike in Jersey.
what exploded?
I saw a deer get exploded on the turnpike in Jersey. If a fucking truck going down a incline hits a deer,
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh
yeah.
it's like a balloon popping.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I've never seen
That's
anything like that
disgusting.
before or since.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And they're also the little East Coast deer, so they're not like the
Little
deer
deer.
in other places that are huge.
Yeah.
You know, so they're the little bitty deer. I mean, they're still big fucking animals, but
Yeah, I was gonna
For
But
say
they're
deer,
not
they're
like
small.
the whitetails.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
like
They're like
A
700
deer out
pounds.
here, I don't know that would work.
yeah, like our deer.
I can tell you it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just makes
You
a
don't
mess.
drive semis.
No, but I've seen them hit deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes a mess. It doesn't explode them. It just
makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah.
makes a mess.
Yeah. Here, you don't really have to worry about the deer because I mean our deer are legitimately the size of I mean they're probably about the size of a Great Dane as far as like
Oh
height.
wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're
And
really
then
tiny.
yeah, yeah, which is why getting them is I mean that's just it's the reward because not only are you putting meat in your freezer but they're very small because I mean a good size coos is like 100 pounds and that's
Wow.
bones, meat, skin, no guts. I've never weighed one with the guts in it, so but the biggest one we've ever gotten that had been field dressed was 110 pounds. That was the biggest one I've ever seen. And they're fast. They're super, super fast.
Oh yeah, if they're tiny like that, I'm sure
Yeah,
they
they're probably agile
they
as
got the
hell.
little spindly legs and they run like little antelopes.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like they're a descendant from like antelope instead of deer.
Yeah. But what we do
'Cause
have in northern
Our deer in
Arizona,
Mississippi are huge.
yeah, what we have in northern Arizona that will crush your car are those big elks.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
we go up north, it's like all eyes are peeled for these giant elks because they don't care. They're like, we run this place. But
Yeah.
but like back to the whole deer in the house and everything. Like if a deer actually made it into the city limits here, Game and Fish in Arizona is so strict. Like it's almost as bad as like the illegal aliens in the desert. If you offer them water, you're going to jail. You know?
Wow.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm always really like cautious. You know, I'm always like, yep, just look at them and let them keep going. Let 'em
Keep walking.
going.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, in a part of the place where I lived north of Houston, they had, I think it was like 20 acres or so back behind this area they had built up, and the deer would just walk in your yard and eat out of the bird feeders and drink and stuff, and you couldn't do anything about it unless they messed up your car or tried to get into your house, like, and you just had to call parks and you couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Because they would turn over the trash cans, and they got as bad as you had to lock your trash cans so they couldn't open them, and it was bad.
Oh well.
Well, we should probably wrap up. We're slowing down here.
I'm all if we
So,
have
is there anything anyone needs to happen before we do our wrap up? Anything anyone needs? Any comments? Anyone in the actual stream? Anyone?
like that. What do you classify as a need?
Tell me, how important is it?
Here's how much of a hot mess I am. I just thought you said, how do you classify a meme? And I was like, oh, we can get into this. Like, this is a conversation I can have. I love me some memes.
Oh man. Oh, so do I. I'll tell you what, I was dying. I was actually at that food place I was talking about earlier, and I got this really funny meme today. And I was laughing so hard. The old lady next to me was like, "Are you gonna pee your pants?" I might. Oh man, it was.
You know it's bad when some old lady next to you asks you if you're gonna pee your pants.
Yeah, my boss has walked in on me laughing so hard I was crying at a meme before. And she's like, "What is going on?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm fine."
I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
It's the memes.
What are you tearing up?
Oh man,
They get me every time. All right, so let's do our wrap up then. We're gonna go the same way we started. So we'll start with Amber so that we can interrupt whatever she's doing over there.
My cat sounded like she was shredding something,
No.
but there's no paper over there. So I'm like hoping she wasn't like clawing down my backpack or something because it's mess. I will have a video up tomorrow, and then we have our Journey to Publications self-publishing chat part 2 tomorrow afternoon.
What time is that?
Jazz, help me out. I believe it's at 1 p.m. my time, but it could be at 1 p.m. her time. I don't remember.
Well, I'm not sure which time zone you. She's on East and you're on Central. Is that?
Yeah. So 12:01-ish, something like that. She'll pop up and answer. But then I'll have a video out tomorrow, and this guy is only 14 days away.
Well, it's 12 Central, 1 Eastern.
Yeah. There you go. So 12 my time, 12 Central, 1 Eastern. Unknown Love, you can go on my my videos. All this month will have the pre-order if you want a signed copy. And otherwise, the pre-sale is already up on Amazon for the ebook. And it's live February 9th. So that's all I got.
Excuse me. CJ?
So really all I have today is to say that the next episode of the South Deer Island Chronicles will be up on Sunday. That's all I got.
Okay, and how many are there now?
I think we're on episode 10.
Okay,
wow,
so yeah, go catch up if you're not already caught up so that you can read Sundays.
Yes.
And the links are down below.
and that's on Tumblr, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
'cause I tried.
I'm behind. I'm only on 8.
I tried to get on it on my phone and it didn't work.
Sons of bitches.
Aww.
I know. I was pissed because I was ready to be up all night reading.
All right, Dana's next.
So, what do I have going on? I've got my pre-sale for The Awakening, Love Eternal for the Kindle edition, and hopefully in the next 24 hours, I'll be getting the link for the paperback edition, which I'm totally excited for. I know.
Let me know. I gotta add yours to my list of buys.
I could just read it now.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That's right.
you're not.
That's right.
I helped her format it.
Because Sarah saved my ass. I am eternally indebted to her.
It's all good. It wasn't a big deal.
I know, but I am very excited about it, and you got me to this point, so thank you very much.
It's fun for me to say that I have a copy of your book before everybody else does, so
Yeah, I'm jealous.
it's worth it.
I know.
But I read really slow, so don't count on me getting there very fast because that's a lot of pages, Joe.
Yeah.
See, only Jazz can say that about my book, so everybody has one.
But now that you have the entire finally edited proof, you can change the format so it's not so many pages.
And that just fixes it. I'm going to make it 2-point font, and I'm going to make it on 8.5 by 11. It'll be like 74 pages.
Yeah.
I won't be able to see it.
That's right.
Read like
You have to read it with a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
You know what else you can do, which is my favorite thing, is listen to it. Have the read back. Yep. Oh yeah. And then once you figure out where all the naughty parts are, you can just skip the other stuff and go straight to the good parts.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in a stream before, but I don't read like adult things. I read adult novels, but I don't read like adults. And I am easily embarrassed. Like I can like jokingly be like, "Go suck his cock," but if there's one near me, oh no. No. So like, I'm reading Alina's book and I'm flipping through and I'm getting to the next page and I'm like, "Does that say cock?" And then I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is saucy."
Yes.
I was, and the thing is, I knew what she wrote. It's not like I didn't know, but I was just like, "Oh."
Yeah, there are definitely some saucy parts in this book, to the point where I made sure that the lady who is helping me build my website went back because she had put under 15, and I immediately messaged her and was like, no, 18 minimum, 21 preferably.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get in trouble with anybody's mom. And then I definitely told her, I was like, hey, anybody under the age of 17 or 18 who wants to read it needs to talk to their mother first, because I'm going to teach them some shit. Let me tell you. So I'm really, really excited about it. And it'll be live February 12th. I loved writing it and I'm so excited to like share it with the world. So, and it all started with a dream.
We'll have to write that down. You said February 12th?
Yes. Yeah. You can pre-order it now, and then at midnight on February 12th, it'll go live. And so everybody will get the download to their Kindle app. Okay. Oh, don't do that, Sarah. It's
sorry. We're about to wrap.
I know.
Are you done then, dear? Or do you have more?
No, dude, I am so good. I'm so good.
All right. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. I'm sorry we didn't write as much as we sometimes do, but I am just having a really off night. Couple things. Number one is I have my regular Sunday video. I'm not sure if Alina has a stream tomorrow or not. Her link is definitely down in the box down below. So if you want to double check, it's usually 9 a.m. Central. I did a new YouTubers video this week that was out on Wednesday. So if you're new to YouTube or to AuthorTube, or you know other people who are new to AuthorTube, go check it out. If you want to subscribe to some new channels, that's a good place to go as well. If you have not shown up in either of my YouTubers videos, shoot me a message and let me know that you would like to be included. I pretty much just include whoever I want to at this point. I include everyone I find, but if I don't find you, then I won't include you. So if you're curious, shoot me a message. But I don't actually ask anyone permission. I just go to channels that are public. So hope nobody gets offended by that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't have Extreme Drawist this week. I think that's all I've got this week then. Wednesday should be my next Writing 101 video, which I should edit.
Yeah.
So that about does it.
At least you have it filmed.
It is filmed. Yeah, the next 4 are filmed. So I just have to edit them. So anywho, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and for watching. And thank you guys for coming back over and over again, even though we're ridiculous and sometimes we don't write. But we will see you guys all next Friday. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already done so. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.